This is we're as a team of 3 people.
You
coming up.
are. Now you know.
Okay.
All right.
Tekkie Talks. Tekkie Talks.
Hello and welcome to the pilot episode of Tekkie Talks by Argomall. My name is Aquilina Bravo. Very happy to be here with you and discuss tech stories and more. Right now, we are celebrating Father's Day and we'll be talking about technology's role in parenting, especially fatherhood. With us here today is a longtime media practitioner. He has worked in different print, online, and broadcast media outlets. A proud father and an expert communicator. Welcome to Tekkie Talks writer and producer, Peejo Pilar.
Hi,
Hi,
how you doing?
Peejo. Nice to see you. Our second Tekkie Talk guest is an award-winning thespian and a very talented composer. He has won the PhilStage Gawad Buhay Award for Best Male Lead Performance in a Play and the founder of Barefoot Theater. A good friend of mine, we have Jeff Flores.
Hello.
Kumusta, pare?
Okay naman.
And last but not the least is Karel Holub, Chief Argonaut of argomall.com, a father of 3 and an expert with over 20 years of experience in the smartphone industry. Hello, Karel.
Hello.
All right, we'll be talking about smartphones and more, and fathers plus technology. Here we go. So we'll just get right on with our questions for our daddies right here. That's just the perfect combination, right? Drag queens and daddies. We're going to talk so much about how important technology is, especially in terms of being a father, parenthood, right? You were a father for a play, I believe, right? So you were able to deal with kids. Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
the
course.
material is for kids, right? So I'm pretty sure technology played a little role there. So let's see where this conversation goes. For my first question, and this goes for everyone, they say that tech is for the younger generation. So is there such a thing as a techie dad? And if you are one, how would you define it?
I'll start. I think there are techie dads. I might not be considered one of maybe like a tier 1 level, meaning that I have an iPad, I have action cam, but I mean, I could be like a lower level tech dad, meaning I have a cell phone, I know what kind of apps to download, to share, that I can share safely with my child. So in retrospect, I think anybody can be a techie dad.
I like the sound of that. How about you? Do you think you're a techie dad?
I think so. I think so. I'm not sure what the definition would be, but I think, like there's a saying, boys like their toys, right?
Okay. Ooh, so maybe to help us define what a techie dad is a bit more, what do you think, are the apps or the things that are the toys that are included so that you can be called a techie dad? What do you have right now? What toys do you have?
Smartphone can be one.
Cool. How about you?
Well, I am not a dad, but I am a son. And I guess I would be what you consider the techie millennial generation.
There you go.
I am the target. I grew up playing video games, and of course, I'm very, very into my phone all the time, Instagram, social media. But my dad lives on the other side of the globe. So how I connect with him, how I stay in touch with him is very, very tech-based, because if there was a while where we had trouble connecting and keeping up with each other, and then he started to learn how to use his cell phone. At first we would use like Skype, and then now that he has an iPhone, we just like FaceTime or like Facebook Messenger or like Google Hangout. There's 100 different ways that we can stay connected now, even if it's just like hi, hello, waving, but over the internet. And so ever since he started to learn that, he's becoming more and more savvy with it. So it's absolutely possible to be a dad and be techie. It's not like this old thing where it's like, oh, dads are all books
Mm-hmm.
and like canes and smoking like from pipes. Or it's like it's 2019, and even like my dad and my lolo, they're all learning how to FaceTime me. My dad, I recently had a birthday. My dad sent me a GIF of a birthday cake. And I was like, when did you learn how to send? You're 65.
Belated happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Oh.
But yeah, my dad's learning how to send gifts and memes and voice messages, and my dad is becoming more and more techie by the day.
So I don't think we're talking about just techie dads, but techie parenting as well. And it's really nice to see, to hear stories from sons like Jeff, of course, that there are so many new ways now because of technology, and that is what we are discussing more today. So we have dads and millennials right here. And we'll define techie a little bit more as we go along. Now, as dads or as a millennial, what are the techs or gadgets that you find trending among kids nowadays? Do we need to define kids? I don't think so. All right, but what are the common stuff that you see, tech-wise, gadget-wise, from our kids using technology nowadays?
I think probably the most popular one would be cell phones and tablets, obviously.
Yes.
But a close third, which might actually be trumping phones and tablets, would be the Nintendo Switch. It's just
okay.
such a popular gaming console for kids, and I mean for adults basically. There's a lot of fun games that you can play on the Nintendo Switch, and the portability helps. You can take it anywhere. You can
Right.
play with other people who have the same kind of console. So I think gaming kids, there's just absolutely nothing they won't do to be able to play a short game.
Right, hashtag Games 2019, right? So there's a very important question now because according to the World Health Organization, sedentary screen time or passive watching should not happen until the child is 2 years old. And there's even a limited time even for 2-year-olds, right? What do you think about this? What is your stand, especially for the dads, okay?
Well, I have almost 2 years old, and it's very difficult to keep her away from the smartphone.
Is it a threat? Is sedentary screen time an
I
actual
think
threat?
that it's relevant. Like in my opinion, the kids should not have smartphone by the age of 13.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not millennial or anything. Sorry for that.
You're just a daddy.
I'm just that. Because I think that it does not help too much the cognitive skills and being having the imagination and being able to play and to come up with the stuff. It's basically taking that away from the kids. But obviously, as a parent, my kids see me that I'm walking around with the phone, and obviously, like, they want to do the same.
Yeah.
So,
But
it's
daddy's
a
doing it.
challenge.
Why can't I?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
What do you think are advantages and disadvantages of allowed screen time for our millennials and tech users?
Well, it's like I see them. I see more and more young children, like babies, playing with iPads and cell phones because it's the most convenient, readily accessible thing that a dad can give to a kid to keep them occupied. Because since the beginning of time, we've been, we have like toys. We have to bring around like a bag of toys and pacifiers or something to buy the time when you're busy with other stuff or you need a break. But then there's something, I don't know, traditional in me that gets scared, and when I see like a 2-year-old baby who has the who can operate
Dexterity to use gadgets like these. Yes.
yeah, and so of course it breeds this worry. It's like, is my child going to be stuck on the internet for the rest of their lives? Am I like ruining their people skills? But it's just all a part of balance, I think. So as I just turned 30 and I'm starting to plan my family.
Is he ready to be a dad? Let's find out.
I don't know. I mean, so I think a lot about this. I think a lot about how I want to raise my kid, and I definitely would agree with you. Definitely not too early. But like for me, technology keeps us gives us convenience and more access to the world, and I think we need some experience with the world itself before we jump into smartphones for babies. So whatever the World Health Organization says about screen time, I wouldn't want to put that habit in my kid. I definitely want my kid to be a tech genius, tech savvy, connected, forward moving, progressive kid. But not too early. Maybe I would start them later than that.
You really can't blame other parents for putting the iPad right in front of the kids because it's a perfect babysitter. It takes away the attention of the child. It's just that it also affects their development. Like my son, he likes watching a lot of YouTube videos, and unfortunately, children, toddlers, they emulate it. They're sponges. They absorb all of this extra, experiences. So there's certain words that he likes to pick up from videos, so we have to be careful about that.
Oh,
so
like what? Like what?
Like shut up or gosh darn it.
So many new things every day.
Or shut up.
Every day.
I mean, there are ways around it. The thing with technology and gadgets, cell phones, tablets, gaming consoles, it's a double-edged sword. There's a blessing. There's also a dark side to it. If it's YouTube, there are videos that should never be seen by kids.
Right.
But there are ways around it. Like YouTube has a YouTube for kids. Google even has a search engine that's safe for kids.
Yes.
So I think the best thing to do is to kind of like police it. You have you're the parent, so you have the control. You give them maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour a day. That should be fine, I think.
And I think this is the reason why we celebrate days like Father's Day, because we celebrate when the parent steps in, all right? And we celebrate, of course, opportunities like this, that we have technology, but having to police it, gives you a chance also to make sure that you are still that good father to your children. We're very excited when you get to do that for yourself, all right? We're gonna take a little break.
Tekkie Talks.